Yo, welcome to the next episode of LGO Boxing. On this episode, we'll be discussing the post-fight between Anthony Joshua and Prenga. That was a very, very interesting fight. I did actually give my prediction that Joshua was going to win, but the way it turned out, we'll be discussing it with my guy, Rob. Rob, have you...
I feel like it was a very different fight to what we were going to expect, because as it being AJ's comeback fight, we were expecting a much more explosive AJ to come out, especially considering he's been in the camp of Usyk for like the last how many months. So him having those first two knockdowns in the first round does beg questions to if Anthony Joshua is still able to box at that kind of level.
Well, you're right, but to be honest, I'm just a little bit surprised. Everybody's saying the match was fixed. Anthony Joshua is not the one to expect. But what do you expect? Anthony Joshua is a veteran now. It's not the Anthony Joshua you knew 10 years ago. And as you all know, boxing is all about what are you doing for me lately. His last fight happened in America against
Jake Paul.
You know what Jake Paul is? It's not. It's a hybrid. It's not a boxer. He's not a social media guy. We don't even know what he is, but he's doing his thing. And obviously, what happened to his friends? So all those things are going to play a big part in the fight. Yeah. And that's why I said, if this was Anthony Joshua 10 years ago, I expect him to spring roll Prenga. But the Anthony Joshua coming into this fight, I give him big kudos. He lost his friend in horrific circumstance. Seeing his best friend that he was with hours just before, seeing their head, everything, their body, everything out there. It's so sad for him to be able to, muster some strength and get into the ring. I respect him so much. So, on that note, I just think like he's done something fantastic.
I do feel like the fight was not rigged. I feel like people are misunderstanding boxing. Just because the first round someone might end up doing well, it could also be that was a fluke in terms of it was unexpected for Prenga to be able to knock Anthony Joshua down in the first two rounds. As the Zone has released a corner audio from these corner man, they did tell him slow it down, stick behind a double jab, and we'll pick him apart slowly. So that was the original plan that they had for Prenga, hence why he switched and took a slower approach. Whether it's the right approach or not, that's to be decided. And that obviously led to Anthony Joshua being able to knock him out. So, yes, Anthony Joshua still has his power, but the toughness of Anthony Joshua, I'll still say, is in question.
Absolutely. Anthony Joshua, no doubt, is gun shot. Let's put it out, he's gun shy. Because, and boxing is all about eat and don't get eat. At the moment, once you touch Anthony Joshua on his chin, a good boxer, he's in trouble. And on the Prenga fight and Anthony Joshua, the second round was a shootout. That was anyone's fight. And Prenga knows that, if he gets touched by Anthony Joshua one or two times, it's not gonna hold on to it. So what he was trying to do was probably trying to tire Joshua out. If he had knocked Joshua out in the 10th, 11th round, it would have been a different ball game. But Joshua was still very fresh. His chin was gone. And the only option he had was just to start swinging the haymakers.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for Prenga, he got knocked out. Their fight is very similar to Anthony, Dubois' fight, where there was a shootout. Anthony Joshua did the same thing.
Yeah.
But, obviously the level that Dubois is fighting on, he managed to overcome the storm and finish the game. So for me, I just feel like now we give Anthony Joshua a lot of confidence, knowing that I'm going into Tyson Fury's fight. I know that I can go on the floor, but it doesn't mean that the game is over.
Yeah. So like Anthony Joshua put in a post-interview, he did understand he got knocked down twice. Even to his own standard, he was shocked that he got knocked down twice in the first 20 seconds. His aim is to now work on that. So probably he'll start learning how to stick behind the jab a little bit more, and probably guard his head a lot more, considering that Tyson Fury likes to stick behind the jab. So protecting one's head would be a big factor in their coming fight. Yeah, that's what I would say.
No, that's what you say. But luckily for Anthony Joshua, he made the right decision to actually go and train with Usyk.
Yes.
If he was training with anyone else, Joshua is done. But Usyk actually, that guy, I don't even know what he is. He actually works on the mind, he works on the brain, he works on the psychological part. He does. His training is not all about just training in the mountains, everything. Because he knows that even if you come down, you know that you would have to take my life to actually finish me up there. So I'm sure Joshua has gone to another level training in Usyk's camp, and that helped him in a big way to overcome this fight. With Tyson Fury should not stick behind any jab for me. You know what? Just everything you have, is stronger than Tyson Fury. Let's put it that way. But Tyson Fury can box better. So at the moment, it's all about two of them are literally on the same level. One is 37, one is 36. When the fight comes around, one will be 37, one will be 38. I think they're both. I won't use the word old, but I will just say they're no longer in their prime, and they're meeting themselves at the right time. If Joshua was fighting someone like Fabio, different ball game. If he was fighting someone like Ajit Kabayel, different ball game. But Tyson Fury, from what I'm seeing from him lately, it was just literally rolling to the crossing line. Both these guys are legends, like I said before. They owe us 2 fights each. Anthony Joshua owes us Tyson Fury, which is given to us. He owes us Deontay Wilder, which he has to give before he leaves. Maybe he's just got one wheel on. He needs to give us that fight. Tyson Fury literally just have one fight left for me. It's the Anthony Joshua fight. Once he does that, whatever he does, he's got the freedom to do it. And that's the way I see it. Okay. So your overall take on this fight, do you feel like it's a good fight for him to have? I mean, AJ, because you said that literally it was just 2 rounds. First round was getting knocked out. Second round, they knocked you up. Did he get anything from this fight?
I don't really think it's a good marcation of where Anthony Joshua is. Just because one, Prenga's level isn't of a world-class boxer. So it was almost expected for Anthony Joshua to be able to knock out Prenga. I feel like he needed a bigger test to see where his mental fortitude is, because hearing him talk, he used this whole thing to see if he can be knocked down and he have the heart to get up. But obviously after 2 rounds, if you're not even 2 rounds, 1 round, you're getting knocked down. Of course, you have the heart to get up. So we want to see what happens when you got knocked down in the 6th or the 7th or the 8th round. Do you have the heart then to get up when the arms are tired to protect your head, when you're breathing heavy, when you're breathing through your mouth, when you've been knocked down and your body's telling you to sleep, and you got the heart to get up from there? That's what we need to see if Anthony Joshua still has.
Oh well. To be honest with you, Anthony Joshua is not new to the knocking down game. When I respected him was when he fought Klitschko, and you could see that fight that went 11 rounds. He was getting dropped like 4 or 5 times in that fight, or 3 times. He dropped Klitschko as well, but he got up. So Joshua is like, it's a big unit. You know who you're fighting against. You know what you're getting. You're going to eat him, he's going to eat you back.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you don't really take him away, it gets to a point where he cannot give anymore. That's when you stop Joshua. And Joshua, give it to him. He doesn't just shy away, gets knocked out, take a knee and give up. He will fight at the very end. Yeah. But you don't want. He needs to enjoy his money now. After Tyson Fury, evaluate things. If you're going to fight someone on your level, but there's no point going for other world titles and all those things. That's my own take.
Yeah.
And and that's it. On that note, we're going to sign out. LGO Boxing, on to the next. Thank you.